To the channel. So today I'm gonna be discussing a project I have going on. This is kind of gonna be how would you say my dip into standalone tuning and incorporating boost. So this car is basically a 1985 GS LSE. It was completely stock 13B, stock EGI RE, which is the electronic gasoline injection with the rotary engine and whatnot. That's what they called the system. But anyway, the engine still ran. Transmission is great, but with this car, I'm looking for some big power. I mean, it's not considered big power by all means in today's world, but I'm looking for like 500, which is not big power, but in a 2,300 pound car, it's decent. So some people say, well, it's an RX-7, why'd you pull the rotary, you killed the spirit, and all that blah, blah, blah. Guys, I'm a rotary head through and through. I've owned rotary cars, honestly, since I was 7th grade. I've had an RX-7 in the family since I was in 3rd grade. I was given my first RX-7 when I was in 7th grade, and it was a non-running RX-7. But either way, I took that car, figured out what was wrong with it, pulled the Nicky car, rebuilt it, put it back on, changed plugs, wires, all that good stuff, and I got the car running. So I've had RX-7s forever. Matter of fact, this RX-7 I've owned since I was a sophomore in high school. My convertible I've owned since I was a senior in high school. There's a 1980 out there. I'm not going to say that that's a car by any means. It's the remnants of what used to be an RX-7, but that one's been around since I was, in 7th grade. So I've owned multiples of these things, picked them up off the side of the road, people's houses. I've had a lot of them. So with that being said, I get it, but I'm not selling this car. This is my car. It's not going anywhere. So I really don't care, people, whatever. Doesn't matter. It's not their car, it's my car. I'm gonna do what I want with it. If I want to put a mouse and a hamster, on a wheel, spin it real fast in there, I could. But either way, that's not the case. This is more of a career change type situation, and I'm trying to prove something to myself. So that's why I'm building out this car the way I am. So all the stock stuff that came with this car, I still have it. It's all put up and it'll be there. And whenever I'm ready, when I have the funds, it'll probably go back to being a rotary. But right now, rotary shit is expensive. And there's no way I can justify anything like that. I don't have the money for that. I'm a regular guy, I'm a regular Joe. I don't have a bunch of cash. So yeah, whatever I do goes out to the regular guys out there. I am a decent mechanic. I've been a mechanic for a long time, but that doesn't change anything. Anybody can do this stuff. So if you're interested in it, you learn, you figure it out, and you do it. That's what I've done. So either way, updates on the car. Rotary and everything is out. Everything is put up in storage, and that's where it's going to stay. All the donor stuff. I bought a car from my buddy. It had a 302 in it, and it had Mega Squirt on it. So it had some other good stuff. It's got a fuel cell, an ATL fuel cell. It's got stainless steel braid lines. It's got a Deutschwarz pump. There's a bunch of stuff that came with the car. So honestly, this was the cheapest, alternative. I think I paid $1,500 for the car, which included everything. Also an extra T5, and some other stuff. But either way, so that's what's sitting in the car right now, and everything is being mocked up. As for the turbo system is from CX Racing, which is just your cheap China, I'm not gonna say it's cheap, but you know what I mean. It's not like brand name, Turbonetics and all, it's none of that. So it's budget. Okay. Either way, it's for a foxbody Mustang. I chose that kit simply because it's also a 302, same engine, but I would figure it would closely match what I need without having to fabricate all this stuff myself, because honestly I don't have the time or the money, and it was just cheaper to buy the kit. Not to be confused with it's all going to fit, because it's not. For example, I have sitting over here is the actual driver's side header that came with the kit, and it's supposed to clear everything for the foxbody Mustang, including power steering pump, AC, all of that. Okay, so that didn't fit in this car. It's not going to. So I had to cut a piece off of that for the V-band flange. And since I could not fit that, what I did was I took a shorty header, spun it upside down, and I made my own exhaust piping to get back to where the CX Racing kit starts. So all this is a stainless steel shorty flipped around. It's got some banging on it to get it to fit, and I made the connecting exhaust piece. It was a tight fit. It is what it is. But to achieve most of this, all of this was pie cut, and it's not fancy stainless steel, TIG welded. It's none of that, dude. It's exhaust piping, and it's MIG welding, and all it is exhaust piping from like O'Reilly's. Okay, so I took the stainless steel V-band, cut that off, made this right here, and connected it back up to the CX Racing. Okay, so that's how that works. So far, just mock up, everything is nice. I ovaled out this side of it so I would keep away from the frame rail there. I got space there for the sway bar, and then the rest of this is all CX Racing. Surprisingly enough, passenger side fitment on their header, awesome, worked out great. Have enough room for the turbo, even the downpipe. I mean, I got a little bit of contact there. It's not even contact, but it will at some point, so I might have to do some banging right there just to get that out of the way. The hot side fit good. The cold side is going to be a little bit of a challenge. There's the intercooler, and I got to figure out how to route all this. So on a foxbody Mustang, this is going to be clocked outlet going this way, goes to the fender, and then comes through, connects to the inlet of the intercooler, comes out. All right, so I got that opposite. Comes out from the bottom and then comes back up to the intake. Right now I'm trying to mock this up by either putting the upper manifold on the driver's side or passenger side. I'm not too sure yet. So it's going to take a little bit more bonking up to get that all set and done. Okay. Trying to think of what else I got going on with this. Got the radiator over there. That'll sink in there. That'll be fine. That'll fit. Oh, the engine. Specs on the engine. It's a 91 Lopo 302 out of a Grand Marquis or Crown Vic. But it is a roller. So it's already set up with roller cam. What I'm doing, I'm taking the E6 heads off of this because they suck completely. I was going to run them, but I think it's going to be too much of a restriction. And I don't want to run that much boost to get that much power. GT40Ps will be going on. So after all this is all mocked up and ready to go, I'll pull it all apart. I'm going to pull the engine, pull the pan, pull the heads, and I'm going to pull the pistons because it's got flat tops in it. And they were not going to clear the GT40Ps even with stock cam. I seriously got it. So the flat tops, I do have a set of hyper-eutectic stock 4 eyebrow or the valve relief pistons in it. So I'm going to take those pistons, I'm going to flip them, I'm going to gap the rings, I'm going to put them back in, check the bearings and all that. All that looks good, everything's going back in. I'm not spending much money on this. So once all that's said and done, put it back together, put the heads on it. HO cam will be going in this because right now it has a stock LoPo cam. So it'll basically be like a GT40 setup, a GT40, like a Mustang GT setup with better heads. Not the E7s, these are a little bit better. So with that being said, these engines in that configuration probably made 280, 300 horsepower. In that region, don't quote me on that one. I know those E7 heads usually run like 260. GT40Ps are maybe good for 15 to 20, maybe 30 extra horsepower. So stock wastegate spring pressure on this kit is 7 psi, and I'll probably be running it at 7 psi just to see what it does. So 7 psi, we call that half atmospheric pressure. At a 300 horsepower engine, you add 7 psi to it, you're looking plus or minus 150 horsepower. So 450 is where I'm going to be at, hopefully 4 to 450 at 7 psi. Fuel, I'll be running, good octane fuel, basically pump fuel. Everything is going to be controlled by Megasquirt, and when we get into the tuning, that's where we're going to have to get creative. I don't have a dyno, so we're going to do some road tuning with it, and well, we'll see how that goes. But anyways, I ordered some stuff. I've got some knock monitoring equipment from Tuner Nerd. I just got my Ballinger AFR 500 and some other things that I'm going to need to tune the engine. Okay, so that's basically where I'm going with this, guys. I do have some clips of me putting this together, and I'll go ahead and throw these in with this video. Next thing I'm going to be doing is mocking up all the cold side, basically. Okay, so once I get the cold side, I'll take some video of that. I'm probably gonna have to, the kit wasn't all too bad. Everything was actual decent quality. I'm not gonna say it's the best, but it's decent quality. All the piping was stainless steel. If this was going into a stock 5.0 Mustang foxbody, then yeah, I'm sure this would have been, a good kit. But came with Y pipe, some other stuff in here, blow off valve, wastegate. I think the wastegate's like a 60 mil. I mean, it's a, Chinese one, so we'll see if it works. If some of those parts have to be upgraded along the way, well then of course, it is what it is. So this is all on a regular Joe budget, guys. So anybody can do this. Come along with me, and we'll get it done. Basically, from this here to finishing the cold side to tuning, I'm going to record all of it. I'm going to help those guys out that are wanting to learn how to tune, don't know how to get into tuning. We're in the same boat, so that's how it's going to go down. But other than that, guys, I'm going to keep this one a little bit short. If I can think of anything else, I'll edit the video and put it in, but as for right now, that's what I got. So the next video you see, hopefully most of this cold side stuff will be put together and mounted. I got some work cut out for me for this side, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. Driver's side, passenger side, I gotta figure all that out. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all that, and we'll catch you on the next one. All right, later.